Hello, you're watching ERi-TV with me, Gasbarcea. Welcome to English News Broadcast. Let us start with the major headlines for today. 32 patients diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today. Eritrean Community Festival held in Australia. "17 killed and 59 injured in an explosion in western Ghana." And attack on an army base in eastern province of Diyala killed 11 Iraqi soldiers. On the local news, we have an announcement from the Ministry of Health. 32 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests carried out today at testing stations in the central, Gasbarcea, and southern regions. Out of this, 21 patients are from testing stations in Asmara Central Region. 7 patients are from testing stations in Hajar 3, Barantu 3, and Karkabet 1, Gasbarcea Region. 4 patients are from testing stations in Mendefera 2, Saganeti 1, and Dubarwa 1, Southern Region. On the other hand, 82 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in hospitals in the Central 28, Ansaba 26, Southern 23, Northern Red Sea 5 regions have recovered fully and have been discharged from these facilities. Sadly, an 82-year-old patient from the Central region has passed away due to the pandemic. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 8,628, while the number of deaths has risen to 90. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 9,192. Ministry of Health, Asmara, January 21, 2022. Eritrean nationals in Australia held their 22nd annual festival on 15 and 16 January in Melbourne and Perth under the theme Resilient as Ever, featuring various programs. At the occasion in Melbourne, the head of public and community affairs at the Eritrean embassy, Mr. Yasin Umar, gave briefing on the significance of the community festival in strengthening attachment of nationals with their homeland, as well as in nurturing the noble societal values. Commending all that contributed to the success of the festival, Mr. Kidane Gunbot, chairman of the Eritrean community in Victoria Zone, expressed readiness of national to the successful implementation of national development programs. The festival was highlighted by cultural and artistic programs, including friendly football game between the Eritrean and Ethiopian community teams. The Eritrean Community Festival in the city of Perth was also colorfully conducted, featuring various programs depicting the noble values of the Eritrean people. Indicating that in the new era prevailing in the region, the Eritrean Community Festival has deep meaning and significance, Mr. Tasfai Mesfun, chairman of the Eritrean community in Western Australia, called on nationals to reinforce participation and contribution in the national affairs. The Gasbarcea Regional Assembly held its 19th regular meeting on 20 January in Barantu. At the meeting, the Regional Assembly reviewed activities of 2021 and discussed the charted out development programs for 2022, indicating that boosting agricultural production, developing livestock and grazing lands, collection of taxes, water and livestock management, conflict resolution, community-based environmental sanitation activities, and others have been priority tasks in 2021. Ambassador Mohammed Ali Huri, governor of the region, said that as a result of strong participation of the public and members of the assembly, most of the programs have been implemented. The participants conducted extensive discussion on the report presented by the governor of the region and adopted various recommendations. The assembly also conducted extensive discussion on the charted out development programs for 2022. Vocational training ranging from 2 weeks to 3 months was organized to 276 youths in Addukwala subzone. The head of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in the subzone, Mr. Jamal Noor, said that the objective of the theoretical and practical training program was to develop the overall capacity of the youth and enable them become self-supportive and productive members of the society. Commending the interest the trainees demonstrated during the training program, Mr. Gumay Gobru, head of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in the southern region, said that developing the overall capacity of the youth is not to be left to the union only, and called on all stakeholders to strengthen participation. Mr. Andemes Kalad Hanom, administrator of the subzone, also called on the trainees to take advantage of the training they were provided in improving their livelihoods. That was all with domestic news. Coming up is international news after the short break. Welcome back. According to the government of Ghana, at least 17 people were killed and 59 injured yesterday in a devastating explosion in western Ghana town after a truck carrying explosives intended for a mine collided with a motorcycle. The blast left a huge crater and reduced dozens of buildings to dust-covered piles of wood and metal. Some footage showed local rushing towards a raging fire and rising plumes of black smoke to inspect the damage, while rescue workers waded through the rubble to find survivors caught in the devastation and retrieve lifeless bodies. According to the country's information minister, out of 59 people injured, 42 are receiving treatment in hospitals or health centers, and some are in critical condition. Eleven Iraqi soldiers were killed in an overnight attack by the Islamic State group against their base in the eastern province of Diyala, a military source and provincial governor said yesterday. The attack took place around 2:30 a.m. against the base in Hawi al-Azim area. According to the Iraqi news agency, Diyala province governor Muthana al-Tamimi confirmed the death toll, and he also hit out at the army, alleging that they were caught unprepared. A Russian submarine test fired a Caliber cruise missile against a land-based target from the Sea of Japan, Russia's defense ministry said yesterday. According to further reports, Russia's Navy will conduct a series of military drills this month and next in the Mediterranean and Okhotsk Seas and the northeastern Atlantic Ocean, as well as in the Pacific Ocean. Russian military moves are being closely scrutinized as a troop build-up near Ukraine, even if Moscow denies any intention to attack Ukraine. And now a recap of today's major headlines. "32 patients diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today. Eritrean Community Festival held in Australia. 17 killed and 59 injured in an explosion in western Ghana. And attack on an army base in eastern province of Diyala killed 11 Iraqi soldiers. That was it for today. Thanks for watching.